Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series from Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. We've got another gemstone to do, this one here, and I have got a tutorial for this one that I am going to base my colouring on. Let's come in as close as we need to, there we go. Now this is from this book. Oh, I've come into Colorist Special Effects. This is Helen Elliston's first book, and it is basically green. So it says you need 3 or 4 shades, but this particular technique uses pens. We're not going to be using pens, we're going to be using pencils. So the first one is black, and then we need a dark, medium and light. Now I'm going to use green. The picture is green, and I think we haven't used a proper green. We've only used we've used the bluey greens, so we use something a little bit different, I think. I'm not sure if I can make that work. Yeah, we'll try it. I'm thinking these 3 greens. This is our pine green. I'm thinking juniper and earth green. This one is quite pastel-y, but I think I can make it work. And the black. Oops. Now, in our picture, the one I'm copying, it does have these sort of bits on the edge, but they're broken down into much smaller areas. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So rather than just sticking with this, colouring this large section, I'm going to, this is my black by the way, I'm going to make a small section like that. Okay, and we do that right all the way along. So a bit like that. And then one here, for example. Let me see, yeah, a few of them are like this. So we're sort of doing the outside sort of layer, if you see what I mean, with our sort of really dark colour. Now there are a few little bits a bit further in with this colour, so I'm just going to do one there and one here, but the bits nearer the centre are mainly lighter. So now we use our next darkest colour, which in our case is the pine green, and we do more. So maybe we take a section here, maybe a little bit in there. It's a bit odd. I think it'd be okay. Maybe a big chunk there. And here. I'm going to again work my way around the edge. Now if you're not very confident with drawing these lines, you can use a ruler. I do actually have one in here now, but I haven't used one yet, so I'm just going to keep going in this slightly scruffy ad hoc way, and then put a few more in sort of middle areas. A bit in there. Should take it like that, I think. Then we'll go for our middling colour, which is our juniper green. We basically want to try and fill most of the outside area now. It's not that much lighter, is it, than the pine? In fact, it seems almost the same colour. I think what I'm going to do is get my black, and I'm going to go over the top of pine green pieces with a little bit of black to darken them a bit. So although they're not black, they're going to look significantly darker than the pine green. The colours are just too close together otherwise. There we go. Now back to my pine green. So I want to fill in all these edge spaces to start with. Don't want any of my lightest colour on the edge, but we can also start to come in a fair bit. Like that, we can put a few bits on some of the edges. Then we can fill in the space with our lightest colour, which is our earth green. Now the idea is that hopefully it looks a bit like a faceted gemstone, and we're supposed to keep one bit white, but I forgot, but never mind. Now the idea is to now colour the inside with a darker bit here and fade it towards the other end, making it disappear right into white like that. Now I'm going to just add a tiny bit of juniper green to this bit at the bottom just to darken it a little bit more. There we go. Now on my example there are no black lines, but I think the black lines are fine. Now it says you can put a little glint, a little cross of light. I don't like doing that because I've never managed to do it successfully. I think we'll just leave it. But I think we'll do our flowers now. What should we do for our flowers? Let's have a little look. We've got purple and pink in this row, got red above. We need something a bit different. I was thinking orange, but I don't know. Let's do blue. Let's do some blue flowers because I might do an orange stone tomorrow. Let's do some blue. These colours I'm not going to use for gemstones either, I doubt, because they're quite milky. So ultramarine. I think these flowers are going to work with ultramarine as well. It's going to look cute. Let's sharpen it though. I'm going to try and fade out to the tip of the petal. Just because I'm going to try. It might not show up very much. I think these look like forget-me-nots until I do that, and then they don't. Forget-me-nots are very cute. I think a lot of people think they're weeds. I know I see them growing out of the wall by the side at the end of our road. There's a stone wall that's very crumbly, and between it and the path there's a lot of weeds growing, and forget-me-nots grow there in the summer. And I think, is that the same? Yeah. And they're really pretty and cute. My sister has them in her garden. She really likes them. The flowers are so small, but I see no husband who studied horticulture will tell me frequently that weeds are just a plant growing in the wrong place. So you could even call, you know, a rose a weed if it grew in your garden and you didn't plant it. So it's fine to have weeds in your garden if that's what you want. Now the leaves I'm struggling with, I'm thinking, because I don't want to use any of the colours that I've used already, but greens. I think this colour might work, the chrome oxide green. So I'm going to sharpen it and have a go. If you're not sure about what colour goes, it's a little bit difficult thing to teach, really. People will say, oh, I've had a lot of comments lately from people saying, you know, I pick colours so quickly. I think part of it is just experience. You know, I know that if I did that leaf orange, it would look very odd. And you would know that too. So you have got some knowledge there. Of course you have. And it's probably much more likely that you can do it, but you don't have the confidence to, rather than you not knowing, you know. But using a colour palette, which you can find on Pinterest, you can buy Sarah Renee Clark's colour cube cards or colour palettes, but you can also, there are books with them in, which I recently discovered, which is quite interesting, which yeah, I'm quite interested in, but I've got plenty because I've got Sarah Renee Clark's. And you can get them for free on places like Pinterest. They just appear. That's quite dark, isn't it? I'm tempted to put a little bit of yellow on the ends of our leaves to try and just, light yellow glaze, make it just stand out a little bit from the gemstone, because the gemstone doesn't have yellow in that green. Just trying to make it not merge in so much, look a little bit different. See, I didn't get it quite right, I don't think, but that is better. In my camera it looks so dark, it's really hard to see. It is very dark outside. This is a black. I'm just going to use it to put a little bit of shadow here between the leaves. There's not much point in putting it there because that's already black. That's it. So we're going to grab our white, if I can find it, underneath all the books I have. So here it is, Jelly Roll 10. And we need to do some dots. I'm going to go around and in the middle. So even though the middle is the same colour, it looks really different. There we go. Yeah, I've got the main light on in here and I don't know if it's creating a bit of a strange light, but anyway, that is me done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really super day and happy colouring.